Hello everyone. So I've been trying to figure out a better way to integrate my book content on my channel because I feel like sometimes they just pop up and they're really random. Unless I'm doing like a day in the life or a morning quiet time video where I'm talking about like a faith book I'm reading for that time. So I figured I would just do like a monthly reading vlog, share with you guys the books that I'm reading, want to read, what I do end up reading, and then if I do different things throughout the month, share that then. But that way it's not like a ton of book stuff, and I don't know. I'm just gonna try this out. We'll see how it goes. But I figured I'd chat with you guys a little bit about the book I'm currently reading, just finished, things like that. So I finished Husband Auditions. I don't know if we actually chatted about that, but I thought it was good. It took me forever. It took me all summer to read it just because I did not have time to read, but I thought it was a good book. It is a clean romance, Christian-esque. It did not end the way I thought that it would end. I thought it was gonna have a cliche ending, but I actually think it fit the storyline much better the way it ended. The next book I read after that was Betting on the Best Friend's Brother. I honestly could not remember what this book was about when I was looking at my reading journal and just trying to figure out like what book was missing. But now I do. It was a clean read, and it was just about a girl. Her best friend bets her that she can help her find a perfect man, and it was kind of like not fake dating but coaching to date, kind of like in practice makes perfect, where the bodyguard is helping, I forget the girl's name, wow, my brain really hurts, but our main character, he was helping her like date. So we kind of get a little bit of that in here, and I realized that I kind of like that trope a lot. Like I always knew I liked fake dating tropes, but I also do like the best friend's brother or brother's best friend type of trope. So I did enjoy it. Like once I remembered the book, I was like, oh yeah, I really liked it. It is part of a series, so it's not the first one in a series, but I thought it was good. The next one I read was Twisted Love, which I actually did find like clean modifications for it. It was not a clean read. I will say there was a lot of language in the very beginning, like maybe the first two chapters, a lot of language, explicit language, and then like it kind of fizzled out. So I thought that was really random. It was an okay storyline. I don't get the hype because I don't know, I just feel like maybe it was the character. I don't really know. I wasn't in love with the main character or the guy. Like I just didn't really care. It wasn't anything amazing. Even like I think if I would have read this a few years ago when I wasn't on like my clean reading journey, I don't think I would have been like, wow, this book was great. It was just all right. And I think that's the last thing. So I just recently started The Love Audit by Anna Conwell, and it is a clean read. So we'll see. It's about these two people in a company. I can never remember characters' names unless I'm currently reading the book. Like I will forget their names. It is a really bad habit of mine, but I do not remember character names. I am not the type to be like, wow, this is my book boyfriend. No. I can't remember anyone's name. I just know what happens. So I'm not the person. But our main girl, she is an auditor within her company, and there's this guy, engineer, I believe, or software developer, one of those things, and they've had conversations but never face to face. But now they're working on a project together. She needs to audit for them, and so they're going to be meeting on a regular basis. It's kind of like an enemies to lovers, and that's all we got so far. So I will let you guys know how the book goes. It is clean. I'm finding that there are tons of clean reads. Out there. You just have to pick in, you just have to go through a few authors that aren't, I don't want to say the best, because everyone just has different styles, and just have to keep going until you find a style you like, and then you're good. There is an author that I really enjoyed her style. It definitely gives more YA vibes, but I thought she was good. Emma St. Clair, that's like her author name. So I did enjoy her writing. The Betting on Best Friend's Brother, Melanie Jacobson, I did really enjoy her, so I did download a few more of her books, so we shall see what happens. But now let's chat about some of the books that I have for the rest of this month that I want to read. So obviously I mentioned this book. I did want to read on my Kindle. Can I pull up my Kindle books here? There's a few books that I want to read on my Kindle. I know there's the Lucy Score books, Things We Never Got Over, like that. There's like 3 of them so far, so I know I wanted to read those. There is a new one by Emma St. Clair. I think that's it for my Kindle at the moment, but for paper books, currently for faith books, I have these 3 books. I have the book I'm currently reading, which is Liberated Through Submission by P.B. Wilson. I feel like I've mentioned this book so many times on my channel. This is a reread for me, so I need to get through it though. I'm taking forever. I have For Women Only by Shanti Feldham. I think I said her name wrong, but it's similar to the Spaghetti Brain, no, the Men Are Like Waffles and Women Are Like Spaghetti book, where it's just a book for women talking about understanding men and understanding how they think. And my cousin said it was really good, so I bought it and I'm gonna read it. Then I have this book by, what's her name because it's covered by the sticker, Karen Eham, and it's When Making Others Happy Is Making You Miserable, How to Break the Pattern of People Pleasing and Confidently Live Your Life. So I'm interested in this book, and this is just kind of the 3 faith books that I have that I would like to finish my Liberated Through Submission and get into one of the other 2 this month, so we'll see. So that's kind of all the updates that I have, and then I think the rest of this video will go into just me covering the book. That is the plan, and I will chat with you guys later. I am literally reading my book. So we are on The Love Audit. It's actually a series, and I'm really liking it so far. I like the characters. I like not so much their development because like we're just learning who they are, but like I'm just liking getting to know them, and we're getting like a hint at what the next book, I don't know if it's the next book in the series, but like I'm pretty sure the rest of the series of the books is going to go through her friend group. So the girl's name is Charlotte and the guy's name is Sterling. No, that's his last name. But it's like Grumpy Sunshine, Enemies to Lovers. You can they're aware of their attraction to each other, but they haven't made any moves, but everyone around them can like tell something's going on. And we know that one of her friends has a best friend, so definitely they're going to be a, like, what's it called, friends to lovers trope. And then we just found out one of her friends used to have a thing with her older brother, so that's definitely going to be like a best friend's brother type of thing. So very exciting. There's one of the friends we haven't really gotten too much information about like their situation, but it's definitely hinting at what the other books and their tropes are going to be. But I'm almost, they're pretty short books. I have about 2 hours left reading the book. It's under 400 pages, so I'm about halfway I want to say I'm halfway through the book. So that's the update on The Love Audit, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm making my way through it, and I'll probably continue on with the next series and then see what else we get into. Tension, guys, tension. Like, they're definitely like showing how they like each other. Basically like, I've enjoyed spending this time with you this week, blah blah blah. And he basically was like, what did he say? He said, I like you a whole lot better when you're not trying to make everyone else happy, because she's a big people pleaser. And ooh, he hit a nerve. That's just what's going on, and I figured I'd update you guys. This is such a weird angle, but I'm literally just laying here reading. So oh, well, that's cute. So I'm finishing up the second book in that series, One More Song, and I'm really enjoying it. I think I mentioned in my other update about how one of her friends was like into her brother and stuff like that, so that's their story, and it's very cute. Obviously misunderstanding and just, you know, I think it's typical drama for like a second chance romance and things like that. So I think the next one is going to be one of the friends and her best friend, so it's like a friends to lovers. So super excited about that. I am liking these books. They are clean, and they have like a hint of like, I wouldn't consider them a Christian romance, but they're clean in the sense that I think, I haven't looked into it, that the author is Christian, because they do bring up God every once in a while, Bible, things like that, but it's not like Christian, where other, like, I wouldn't classify this as a Christian romance. Just a clean romance, truly clean. There are kisses, but that is it. So yeah, so I'm really enjoying the series, and I'll probably finish out this series this week, and then we can read some more. I want to read some of my, oh, don't look at the mess. I want to read some of my physical books over there because I've got a bunch, and just do that. So that is the plan. This month is halfway over already, so all right, everyone, so I'm on the third book in this series, and it's called The First Taste. So this is like a friends to lover type of thing. I already actually have this book in my Kindle library, so that's cool. But yeah, this is the third one. So basically I'm flying through the series. I'm really enjoying it. It's cute. It reminds me, it gives me like Sarah Adams vibes, the writing. So if you like her, you would like these books. They are clean, just because it's so far. And yeah, there's no language, so I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, I like it more, even more than like the other series I had read a while back, by Emma St. Clair, and I still really like her books. I'll let you guys know once I finish this one and read the next one. This is about the two best friends. Like I said, one is an orthopedic surgeon, the guy, and the girl is a chef. They both come from money, but they've kind of like left that life behind. And we're gonna see all the drama, because there's definitely gonna be drama. So yeah, another book update. If you're not following me on Instagram, I do update on my story every book that I read and read, and I have a highlight with just like 1 or 2 sentences of the book, if I liked it, didn't like it, things like that. So I did just start a new book. This one's called But He's My Grumpy Neighbor by Anna Conwell, and I just finished, I think in the last clips I was reading the other series from her. I don't remember what the series was called, maybe Sweet Peach or something like that, and it was 4 books, and I finished them in like 3 or 4 days, like very quick. Thoroughly enjoyed them. They were clean reads, and they there was just kissing in there, so I thought it was really good. I did find a connection to like other little series that I've noticed when it comes to like friend groups, where it's always like one book is like someone and they fall in love with someone from work or whatever, outside source. Second and third friend is always like a best friends to lovers, or like my best friend's brother, or my brother's best friend, things like that. And then the last one is always like just some random person, not random, like someone that either they've only hinted at once, or like just another outside source to lead into another series. So that's kind of what I'm reading now. So the last book of the other one was with the last friend that was single, and she has 4 brothers, so that's what this series is with her 4 brothers. So that's what I just started reading, since I did enjoy her reading, so her writing, I enjoyed her writing, so that's what I'm doing. October is coming to a close, but I feel like I feel good with the amount of books that I read so far. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated if I like this series and what I read next. I have a stack of physical books there, very blurry. So I do need to read those. I did just recently buy over there in that stack, what's it called? Love Theoretically. I don't think that one goes with the last book by Ali Hazelwood. I think it's just another one. So I do have it saved on my phone, like to mark off any like, to make it a closed door modifications. So I'm gonna do that. I actually want to do it to my books soonish, just so that way they're all just ready, so I can pick them up. And just start reading. So that is my plan for some time this week. Yeah, so I'll give you guys an update later on. All right guys, hello. It is a few days later. I don't remember what's the last thing I recorded, but I finished the book, like My Grumpy Next Door Neighbor, something like that, but He's My Grumpy Neighbor, from Anna Conwell. It's part of her spin-off series of the other series I read, and it was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The next book comes out today, so I gotta work on that. I gotta read that, and then the 3rd book comes out next year. So I did not realize that, but it's okay. So I do want to finish those. And then I read a book called The Next Worst Thing, and it was all right. It was another clean romance. It was cute, but I don't know, a part of me feels like I've read it before, but at the same time I just felt like it was kind of long,
and I don't know, it just felt a little dragged out and not much was happening. It was all right, not one of my favorites. And now I'm reading Kiss Me Now by Melanie Jacobson, and it is about a guy whose grandma is planning on leaving her home in her will to the next door neighbor. And so I think he's a private investigator, so he's just like, you know, I'm gonna see what's going on. I've literally only read like the first chapter, I think, where that's literally what happened, so no spoiler there, and it's also on the back. So I honestly think it's just the grandma trying to get them together, so that's the plan. We know that's how it's gonna happen. It is a romance book. So yeah, so that is what I've been doing. I have not read any physical book, have not read any of my fake books. I really need to get on that, but my Kindle has been it. I honestly thought my Kindle broke a couple of days ago because it would not charge, and then was just like stuck on the battery screen, but I think it was just really dead. But I was also reading that a lot of the chargers for the Kindles are kind of terrible, so I think it just charged but didn't really charge, and then it was just completely dead. Now I'm just reading this, and I've chatted your ear off, and I will chat with you guys once I'm done with this book or on to the next. Hopefully I read some physical books. If not, that's okay. So far we've read 6 or 7 books so far, so it's pretty good, pretty good. Hello, I just figured I'd update you guys. I can't remember if I've updated you guys for this book or not. I'm reading Kiss Me Now by Melanie Jacobson. I feel like I did. I feel like we've done this already. I've read quite a few books this month. It's been pretty nice. I really need to update my reading journal. I should have done my bookshelf like this. This is last year's, because it was just so much more easy. It was easier to keep up with, except for like I tried to get really into it last year, and I like did all these different things to kind of keep track of when I was reading and all stuff. Like, I don't care. I don't need all that. Okay, so this year's. So in the front I just have my key, and then goals, all the books that I've read. I actually need to update this because I've read, I think I'm on 36 or 37 books, so I need to update this. I did add another sheet of paper where I keep track of all the books that I read: name, title, author, genre. And then here's my bookshelves for this year. As you can see, it's much more detailed than the one I did last year, so I have not kept up with it. I need to add like 10. I need to add 10 books. It should be, say, 36 now. I also have a DNF graveyard, which I have not kept up with. I figured this would be a cute way to just mark which books I did not end up finishing reading, did not end up reading. That did not happen. And also my A to Z challenge. I have not been doing this, so I need to update that. I need to update a lot of things. And then here on the monthly, I like to keep which books I read each month. I think I'm just keeping track of way too much of things, and then at the end I just write all the books with a little like thing, whether I liked it or not. I think it's just too much. I need to keep it more simple. I said this last year, and then I did it more simple than last year, but also not more simple than last year. But yeah, so that's my reading journal. I'm gonna let you guys go because I gotta go, I gotta read. I am enjoying this book so far. We're getting to the meat of things. They still don't like each other. It's like enemies to lovers, and they truly do not like each other, so I do enjoy that. It's a true enemies to lovers, and you don't see that all the time. So you know you have a book buying issue when you are editing a video and then realize that you're talking about a book you bought, didn't remember buying, and it's literally in the corner because I just buy things. So yeah, I never ended this video. October was a great reading month. I want to say I read 7 or 8 books. That series, I think I mentioned, I haven't finished editing this video, but I think I mentioned that the He's My Grumpy Neighbor is a series, and the second book recently just came out at the end of October, and I need to read that, and then the next book comes out next year, so we're just waiting. It's so funny because I have my sister reading these books too, and she'll send me screenshots of like just sometimes the way authors describe things or the way they decide to write dialogue is hilarious, or it's a little cringy, or it's just like
So she sends me a bunch of things and she's like, why not just say X, Y, and Z? Why do we have to like write it in Shakespeare, you know? So it's funny. So yeah, I really need to start a vlog for this month, but I haven't picked up a book, so I guess it's fine. I really want to read my physical books because the pile is growing, yet I am not reading the pile. But buying books is a separate hobby than reading books. So I will leave you guys here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next month when I read more books.